Welcome back to the channel. Monica Loof here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading for 2024. This is going to be a general reading, may resonate, it may not. If it does resonate with you, I will be taking a look at your 2024 forecast more in depth in the extended, which will be linked not now, but I will be doing it later. So if you're interested in that, that will be linked below. All right. Taurus, in this reading, I'm going to take a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge, 5 of Cups, and what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Wands upright, okay? So your biggest challenge here, Taurus, okay? Your biggest challenge for 2024 is the 5 of Cups. What's been really challenging for you is to let go of the past, to let go of what happened in the past, to let go of, you know, negative experiences, maybe third parties, just things that didn't work out the way that you wanted them to. And I think what this is actually doing is it's holding you back from actually getting and receiving the things that you truly deserve in 2024. This is going to be a big part of your challenge. We're going to talk more about that when we clarify in a moment. Okay. Recent past, you have the 3 of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands, and you have the 10 of Swords. Something here in the past ended very badly, okay, with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, maybe an Aquarius or an Aries. I'm getting Aries really strongly here. I'm also getting an air sign really strongly here, okay? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. In a way, it forced you to kind of go out on your own and to seek a better reality on your own here in the past. I do get a sense that some of you were dealing with somebody here who was on and off with you for quite some time as well in the past. And you may have said to yourself, well, you know what? It's better for me to just end things. There's no point in me playing this game where, you know, it's a back and forth, in and out, back and forth energy. It's like, I deserve more, right? In the past. So that's what I feel happened for you. We're going to clarify this and get more information in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Chariot, you have the Tower, and you have the 6 of Cups. So in the present moment, it looks like you're moving on from the past. It's been a huge process for you. I think letting go of the past, letting go of the trauma, letting go of the negative experiences that you went through has been super, super difficult. But I think one of the things that's pushing you to move forward is the fact that something here has been very unstable in your life, okay? Your mental health has been unstable, maybe your home situation, maybe just your relationships with people. It's been very unstable, and it's been unstable for many of you because it's time to move on. And if you're still clinging to the past, which is something that I've noticed with the fixed signs, so Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus, it's been very difficult for them to move on from the past or to let things go from the past. That's a common theme for those signs. And you may ask, well, why is it a common theme? It's a common theme because you're a fixed sign. And as a fixed sign, you like comfort. You don't like to change. You want things to stay status quo and you want to feel comfortable. But 2024 is a year of uncomfortable feelings for everybody, especially the fixed signs. So what does that mean? It means that when the Pluto, which is your 7th house ruler, which is Scorpio, when that moves from Capricorn, it's going to move to Aquarius. It's going to square your sun, moon, or rising. So there is some sort of feeling right now in the present moment of feeling uncomfortable because it's preparing you for some sort of change. And if you're not open to change and you're still focused on the past and you're still focused on, well, you know, why did this person do this to me? Why do they cheat? Why do they lie? Why is it that I always attract X, Y, and Z? You know, why don't I? You're in that energy. You need to remove yourself out of that and move forward. And that's what's going to bring you the success and the change that you want. You know, it's like when a lot of you watch the channel and you're like, oh, you talked about this already. Oh, I already did this. Oh, but you're still talking about it. You're still talking about your ex. You still look at their pictures every day. You still scroll on their social media and you're still engaged with them. So the more you're engaged with the past and the more you cling to it, the less likely it is you're going to be able to move forward the way that you want. And this is a critical message for you. And it's one that you shouldn't ignore. Okay. So we're going to clarify this and get more information in a moment. All right. Near future, Devil, Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles. There's that devil energy. Clinging to bad behaviors, toxic addictions, toxic people. Are you doing that? If you're doing that in the near future, what's going to happen is something that you're not going to like. I'm going to keep it real with you. Taurus, I'm not going to sugarcoat and bring rosies and you know, Skittles from the sky and candies, and like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it real with you because I care. You know, I'm here to help. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear, you know, take your time away, take your money away from you. I'm here to actually help you change. So for many of you, you know, it looks like you're stuck. You're stuck in something here because you're clinging to toxic behaviors, you're clinging to toxic people, you're clinging to toxic energies, or the way, you know, you're used to doing something. There's something that you used to do in the past that's super unhealthy and you're still doing it. And you're like, but this is me, this is, you know, and the reality here is when you do that, I'm going to keep it real with you. When you do that, it actually creates this imbalance in your life. Some of you end up being in relationships, and this could have already happened because there's no time. Like, all the readings I do are timeless, even though there's a time frame on it. Here's what you need to get and understand, understand, and overstand. If you watch an old reading and you're like, this is an old reading, you're watching it because you need to watch it, because you still have something that you need to work on. You cannot move forward unless you work diligently on the things that you have not worked on. And this is what I'm seeing in the near future. And some of you may say this doesn't resonate. It's because you've worked on it already and you're ready to move forward. Okay, so watch your other signs. But for those of you who are still clinging to negative behaviors, past behaviors, things that you're used to doing, it's going to create some sort of imbalance in a relationship, and it's going to create problems, primarily with a Capricorn, a Virgo. I'm also getting an Aquarius or a Leo. So just keep this in mind. Okay. And that's what you don't see coming. This person ends up leaving or disconnecting because they want the truth from you. Or you end up disconnecting from someone because there's inconsistency and then there's this closed off energy. So something here is out of balance, but eventually it comes back into balance because you're watching this and you're recognizing what kind of changes and contribution you're making to this particular situation in question. All right. So let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on. Five of Cups is clarified by the Sun, the Empress, and the Five of Pentacles. Your biggest challenge in 2024 is to recognize what changes you need to make within yourself. And you have a lot of work to do, Taurus, a lot, okay? And you may watch this and say, no, I don't, and you're denying it. Okay, so the more you deny yourself, the more you deny changes, the more you're going to see that your life isn't changing, and you're going to keep searching for answers. That's what you're doing. You're constantly looking for answers. You're trying to make sense of something here, but it's really simple. It's easier, of course, said than done. But the reality here is there's something you need to let go of. And you know exactly what that is. It's the past. You need to let go of it. Stop talking about your ex. Stop searching for people from the past. Stop trying to revive the past. We're not in 1975. Or 1992, or whenever you were born. If you were born in 2000, we're not in, 2005, okay? We are in 2024 now, okay? So there's something here that you're still nurturing that you think is gonna get better, but you keep reminiscing over it. And what's actually happening to you is you're missing opportunities. You're missing the opportunity because you don't see the new opportunity because you're too busy focused on the past. Yeah, but my life was like this before, and it was so great in the past, and it was this, and it was that. But you know what? The more you're resistant to change, the more opportunities pass you by, and the more you end up being stuck. That's the reality. I can tell you here for free, or you can go pay somebody, and they're going to tell you. Up to you. Okay? So your challenge in 2024 is to stop crying over spilt milk. It happened. Are you going to adapt is the question. And if the answer is no, then it becomes harder for you. And you know what this also does when you ignore it? When you say, no, I'm going to continue to focus on the past. Your happiness is overlooked. Your happiness slips away from you every time you do that. So the challenge here is to shift your focus in 2024. Shift the way you do stuff. Shift the way you pursue your goals. The question you need to ask yourself when it comes to your challenges, are you willing to step outside of your comfort zone to achieve the happiness that you seek? And if the answer is no, then you end up stagnating and your ability to feel comfortable slips away from you because you're too busy focused on what was instead of what can be or what will be. And that's going to be a big part of your challenge in 2024. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Swords. You have the Eight of Wands and you have the Tower. So in the recent past, you started to ignore something here, okay? You ignored an ending or you ignored something here that needed to change because it was unstable. Somebody warned you here in the past. Look, this person isn't honest. Look, you need to change. Look, you need to adapt. Something here is breaking down in your life. What are you going to do about it? And either you ignored this or your partner ignored it. Somebody here ignored the fact that changes needed to be made. And what ended up happening was it broke down. Something here was taken away, or something here that once was very stable for you became unstable. And it forced you to move on, or it forced you to move into a new direction because somebody here became unstable. So, your life in the past looked great, right? It's like, ooh, I have the ability to be free. I have the ability to be successful. But something here that once was very successful, Six of Wands, especially with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, maybe a Cancer or Pisces, particularly a Leo, started to become inconsistent. And it forced you, like I said, to move into a new direction and to focus on a new direction that had nothing to do with the past. But you still kept reminiscing about the past, even though you knew it was time for you to move forward. Okay, Page of Pentacles. That new opportunity was there, but you didn't see it. And you saw the new opportunity, but you kept thinking about the past, which hindered you from being able to move forward in the past, which affected your ability to focus on the future. Somebody left you in the past, or someone left you or you left someone in the past. And again, it forced you to focus on how to regain your happiness here and find some sort of opportunity to once again be stable. Now, the Tower that happened in the past is still haunting you today, like I said, and you know it's time to move forward. But why is this happening? Let's clarify the Tower. The Tower is clarified by the Three of Wands. You have the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so in the present moment, there's instability connected to maybe a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a Leo. I'm getting a Scorpio or a Aries. Somebody, how do I say this? Somebody keeps coming in and out of your life, or some situation that's very emotional keeps coming in and out, in and out, in and out. And it's showing you every day how unstable the situation is, just like it did in the past. The problem here is you ignored it, okay? Or your person, somebody here ignored the fact that something here was unstable. Now what's happening in the present moment, which is creating even more instability for you, is someone setting boundaries, okay? Someone's setting boundaries towards you and they're saying, you know what, no more. This needs to change. You cannot ignore this, okay? Some of you are living somewhere where you know you need to move, or you're involved with people who do drugs, or you have addictions. Something here in your life is not stable and it's bothering you. And you just want things to go back to the way they were in the past. But the Three of Wands is here, which is indicating that it's time for you to step outside of your comfort zone. The Three of Wands is a very interesting card because the Three of Wands, as you can see in this card, and we're going to just focus on this card because it's really important. You see this card, this person's going, it's like the horizon is there. They have so much options. They have so much space. They have so many choices in their life to choose, but they're so focused on what was. And it's a big problem, Taurus, that you have. It's a huge one, whether you want to admit it or not, because there's a new opportunity for you. Look, there's a new opportunity for you. Are you ready for it or not? Da, da, da. No, because you're clinging on to something. In 2024, your job is to become more self-reliant and independent instead of clinging on to other people or expecting something from them. This is particularly to do with something from your past. Tell me more about the Six of Cups in the present moment. Yeah. You have a choice. This has a lot to do with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, maybe another Taurus. I'm getting a Cancer or an Aries. It's your choice if you want to stick to the past and you want to cling to it, or you want to take a risk and have this new beginning. Because this new beginning, I think what you may or may not realize is there's so much potential here. And you're never going to know what a new beginning is going to be like unless you put yourself 100% full force into it. And that's what the message is here in the present moment, to move forward. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone in 2024, because that's what's going to bring you the success that you're looking for, particularly money. If this is a money situation, or you're like, I want to meet somebody new, start meeting people that you've never met before. Start, doing stuff that you usually wouldn't do, because a relationship's done. A commitment is done, or the way things used to be is done. Things that you used to really enjoy, it's done. Something that once was very stable, it's not stable anymore. Are you willing to adapt or not? If you're not willing to adapt, you have nobody else to blame when things stagnate and you feel stuck, because that's how you feel now. You're like, I feel stuck. Okay? That's what's happening in the present moment. Now, near future, a lot of you are going to ignore this message. You're going to say, Monica, this wasn't my reading, but it is your reading. It is your reading. Whether you want to admit it or not, you don't have to. You admitting to me that this reading resonates or not is not going to change my life. I'm still going to do readings. I'm still going to be here. Maybe not every day, but I'll be here. Okay. The thing is for you, Taurus, is if you ignore this message and you don't try to change and you don't try to step outside of your comfort zone, there's a feeling of you feeling alone or isolated in the future. If you feel alone, it's important you reach out to people who can support you. Community is going to be huge for you in 2024, because Pluto is going to move into Aquarius, and Aquarius is a very detached sign, but it's also a sign that is connected to the general community. Okay, it is ruled by the 11th house, which is our deepest wishes and desires. For many of you, you desire maybe more money, you desire more stability, you desire community, and you desire to work with like-minded people. But it's going to require you to step outside of your comfort zone. It's going to require you to step outside of this addiction, okay? So if you're someone who has an addiction and you keep going back to that addiction and you're not trying to clear yourself of that, you end up attracting, relationships that are not balanced. You end up attracting that to yourself. And this is why it's critical that you're open to a new beginning. It's telling me the same thing. It's like beating a dead horse. I'm sorry. I know for you animal lovers, sorry, but that's the best analogy that I can use to get it through to you, okay? So, the devil. What is the devil? You all know what the devil is, whether you believe in tarot or not. Devil is somebody, the 7 deadly sins. Go look up the 7 deadly sins. Go look up the 7 demons. The 7, what do they call it? The regions, the 7 quadrants, okay? A lot of you, there's a relationship that you keep trying to make work, but you need to recognize what needs to change, what's been toxic in this relationship. Have you been in a relationship where somebody's giving more than you're giving back, or vice versa? Is there something here that needs to change within the relationship? And if there is, that's what you need to focus on. It's like, I'm going to give you an analogy, and it's a really gross analogy, and a lot of you might say, Monica, you're crazy. I am crazy, if you don't know that already. It's like when your bowels are clogged. When you're constipated and you're trying to poo it out. Something here's clogged and you need to clean it out. And that's when your life is going to get better. When you declog, when you detox, when you get rid of the old and you allow the new to come in. That's what's happening here. There's something you need to let go of, and you need to be clear about that. And now time is ticking, because this should have been done in 2023. Should have been done in 2023. This happened in the past already, and it's coming back because it's telling you you can't ignore this anymore. Okay? What's the advice? What's the advice? Yeah, it's the whole. Your whole entire reading is just, it is what it is. There's no nothing. It's so simple. It's the same message. It's the same message. You need to get clear on what you need to let go of. Is it a behavior from the past? Is it something that you're used to doing? Is it the fact that someone left you? Is it the fact that someone ghosted you? Forgive yourself. Forgive the people from the past. Ask yourself what you need to do now to have a new beginning. Start with small things. Start with cleaning your room out. Start with brushing your teeth. Start with taking a shower. Start with putting nice clothes on, making yourself feel good. Then start with doing something that you're not used to doing. Participate in something you're not used to doing. Step outside of that comfort zone, because it's very clear that you are still holding on to something here that needed to change, or you needed to let go of a long time ago. And this is what is going to help you get closer to the happiness that you seek. Okay? So harsh reading, Taurus. I hope you got something from it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.